Hey there Blender users, at the end of this video we'll have something like this. You create this and the windows here and this thing and this pool here and everything will be done in this part, and we'll do the texturing and add some trees and grasses or some flowers or anything like that in the next part. We'll make this thing in this part. So let's get started. I'm going to change the default Blender unit, that is, here it is, here, to metric, so that it measures everything in meters or kilometer. That is the real measurement unit, real world measurement unit. You can see that the size of the cube is 2 meters by 2 meters by 2 meters. So what we're going to do is come to edit mode and press Z, press Z, and then hold control and move the cursor. Then come to object mode. We did this so that the origin of the cube becomes the bottom. Yeah. So now we're gonna scale it. Actually, the average height of a ceiling is about 2.8 meters. So that we're gonna scale it till it becomes 2.8. Its height becomes 2.8. Press S and then hold Control. Then scale it. Now scale it in X direction. Press S and then X. About 5 meters. And then press 7 and come to edit mode. Then click here, so then you can select the vertex behind a face or any edge or vertex. So then press B to activate grid selection mode and select this and move it in Y direction about this size or maybe this, and then press E and extrude it here, and then select these vertices. You see all the 4 are selected. Then press E and extrude them to here. Maybe that's too much. Maybe here. Yeah. And now come to object mode. Then press Shift D to duplicate it and press Z to move it along Z axis and place it here. And as here this position is about 2.8 meters high, and we want to put this origin here. So if we enter here Z is 2 by the Z axis, Z location is 2.8, then it will just be above this one. So now what we're going to do is select this and come to edit mode, press N to hide that, and then come to wireframe mode and then press B, select this, press Z and Y and hold control and move it by 1 meter, and then select these vertices and press Z, X and hold control and move it by 1 meter. You can see here the size, how much you have moved. When you look, like if I select this and press Z, Y and control, you can see in the left bottom corner that it's moved -1 meter in Y axis. So come to object mode, come to solid, you see something like this. Now press Shift D, press enter, and then come to edit mode and come to wireframe, press A twice, then press S into this direction, then press S, Z, then press 7, then press A and select this and move out as much as you want. Then select this, move it about this size, that doesn't matter, and then select this, move them out. come to solid and then from the object mode. You can see how I have moved it. So now select this and then isn't it too small, 2.7 dimensions, 2.0, that's correct. So select this because we have to subtract this from this one. So select this one and then select the bigger one, and the tools panel you'll see here the bool tools option named difference. When you click that, you actually subtract the object that you have selected first into the object you have selected in the last. And if you click on that one and then this one and click on difference, this is what we will get. So make sure that you click on this one and then hold shift and click on the bigger one and then press difference. Then come to edit mode. You can come to edit mode by holding tab and moving the mouse to edit mode and releasing the tab. Now what we're going to do here is select this vertex, press shift S, cursor to selected, and then select here median pivot point to 3D cursor. So when you select these vertices, this one, the pivot point of these vertices will be at that position. So at the cursor position. So now you press S Y 0, so it will be scaled to there. Let's select this, and then press S X 0. This time X because it has to move in X direction. Now since we have moved some vertices here, there was already a vertex and we have moved 2 more vertices there. So we want to delete that, make that single vertex. So press A and then press W and then remove doubles. Now 4 vertices removed, 2 from there and 2 from here. And now click on this, select this, and this one, this and this, and this one too, by holding the shift key, and then make sure you have selected it correctly. Then press P and then click on selection and then come to object mode. Now select this, come to edit mode, and now what we're going to do is press 7, come to wireframe mode, and then press Ctrl R and then click on the plus sign 4 times, then press the 4 times or 3 times, maybe 3 times, and then what we're going to do is come here and then press E, then click on hold Alt and click right mouse button, it will be selected, and hold Shift and Alt simultaneously and click on the right mouse button, and then on the front view, and then make sure that it is the pivot point is in median point, that is between these two, and then press S X and hold Control and the scale dim about 0.3, and then do the same thing, shift Alt and select this. You can see that you selected, then press S X and hold Control and make it 0.3. Now press Ctrl R here and move it roughly here, Ctrl R like this and move it here. From here press Ctrl R and move it here, and then press Ctrl R and this should be here, then I can press Ctrl R and move it here. What this says. Undo solid. And now press the / button so that the other mesh will not disturb in our work. So click on this one, face selection mode, then click here. Actually, yeah, click here and press Shift S cursor to selected and change the viewpoint to 3D cursor, and then select this one and then hold Shift and select this and this one, this. And when you have selected that, press E and move it down, press left click and then SZ0. Now press it twice, then press W and then remove doubles. Now again click the / button to come here. Now come to object mode, select this one, come to edit mode, the / button. We don't need these spaces because this one is just above this one, so we are going to delete this spaces. We don't need these two, so delete spaces. Select this. First of all, select this, then press Shift S cursor to select it. Then select this and press ES. Then press S. Then press E and extrude it in inward direction. Come to object mode. And then here, come to edit mode again. Select this and press P and selection. Now these are two different objects. Now come to edit mode in here and press Ctrl R and place it in here. Press Shift S cursor to select it. Now when you press N, you can see what is the height of this. So the height from here to here of the 3D cursor will define what is the height of this from this place. So it's about 1.79, that's 2 meters, and that's good because that's about the height of door. Maybe a little bit bigger. Such as selected. Shift S cursor selected. Now that's good. Then press Ctrl R, then press 3 times the plus sign, and then press enter. And we are gonna do the same thing. First of all, make this median point, then hold Alt and select this, then Shift Alt and select this. Then press S, F, hold Control, and make it 0.5. Shift Alt, and then S, F, Control, 0.5. Now select this and this, then press E and extrude them in inward direction. Then come to object mode. Now what we're going to do is select this and then we'll come to edit mode and then we're going to select this and then press Shift S cursor to select it and come to object mode. Then the create panel, you'll see something called panel window. So click on that and then come to wireframe mode, press N to see the properties of this window, and I'm going to decrease the horizontal count to 2 and vertical count to 2, and we don't want seal, and decrease the height and it's about 5. We'll increase the size. Let me zoom here. 100 is correct, and don't want this. This makes it look better. Now I'm going to make it wider so that it fits here. So we have to change this value and try randomly some level. I'm going to change the frame to wood and this plastic to wood. So it should be about 80, 80, 1, 2, 150. 175, 175. Okay, that's too much. 160, 160. Yeah, that's correct. Now what we're going to do is like this, come to edit mode, select this, then press Shift S, cursor selected, then come to object mode, and then press B and select this, press B and Shift and like and deselect this, and then press Shift and Alt D and place it here, and select this one, then press Shift S and then selection to cursor. Now it should fit here correctly because both are the same height and width, but this one is somewhat more wider, the center one. So I'm going to use 3 windows there. Shift S, cursor to selected. Shift S, cursor to selected. Come to object mode. Okay. Click on panel window, and then I think this doesn't look that good. Press and here I'm going to change this to PVC and plastic. This looks much better. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. PVC, plastic. Come to wireframe mode. Like this one. And we don't want C. And then here select. No, not directly. Let's do 2 and decrease the height actually. We're going to decrease the height. It was in this it was 35, so we're gonna make it 35 and get to 35 and we're going to decrease it 100, 116. We don't want this and this. We select this. We are going to make it wider so that it fits here correctly. So for that, we're going to try 80, 80. So 150. Hey, isn't the highest less? 134. So that is correct. And to increase the height, 33, 33. Last try, right? One 34. And now come to solid. We're going to do the same thing here. Come to edit mode, select this one and this one, press Shift S. Now actually press W and subdivide it and place it here. About this height. Select this one, press Shift S, then cursor selected, and then come to object mode, create a panel window, and move it out. Don't want to see, come to object wireframe mode, and we don't want this and this, and we want vertical count. I want it to 1, no, we want it 2. Set it 35, set it 134, and then set the white. And 130, yeah, 146, correct. Now come to solid, like this, come to edit mode, like this one, shift S, because it's selected, then come to object mode, again click on panel window, and then come to wireframe mode, visible seal, and we are going to decrease the horizontal count to 1 and vertical count to 3. Select this and check this. I'm going to increase the wide so it fit here correctly. About if that is not correct, 50, 5, 35, which is not correctly. Decrease one, this one, this one, and then we increase this. Into solid. And then here, come to edit mode, select this, then press Shift S because it's selected, then come to object mode, and then create panel window. And this time we're going to disable seal and click it here and it here, and then disable this too. Come to wireframe mode, and we're going to decrease the risers to 2 and outer frame to 2, and then we're going to do is decrease the value. Let 45 pixels to we want only show what pixels, so what we're going to do is 46, 6, 47. Increase this one. Now let's correct it. Hit there. And we are going to decrease this one. Press 60 here. I think less value. 50. Did this fit correctly? Now decrease it by 1. Now it fits here correctly. Come to solid, and if this is correct, come here, select this empty, the wireframe, select this and this empty, and press, come solid, and the Z direction of Y and move it in inward direction. And here, come to wireframe, select this one and these two. Empties. Come to solid, press Z, direction of Y to here. And now we are going to create the gates. Come to edit mode, please press shift S, custom selected. Then come to object mode and then click on door. Press N and come to wireframe mode. And then here, increase the width. Yeah, it fits there correctly. And increase the height by 15. And then we get the door. We want model 3. Instead of model 3, model 3 is correct. And then select this one. Let me on that one. Press Ctrl Z. Press B and select this. Press B and Shift to deselect that. Press Alt D and move it here. Select this one. Come to edit mode. Select this. Press Shift S, cursor to selected. Then come to object mode. Select this. Then press Shift S, cursor to selection to cursor. Now we get the door. I don't want this one actually. Let me change this. Handle 3. This looks good now. This is fine too. Yeah, where is it gone? Press Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z. Now that's there. Oh, press N. Like this, come to edit mode. And we don't have to do anything here. Select this and this one. Press Z, this is Y, auto direction. And now what we're going to do is create some boundary and some barriers like this that no one falls in there. What we're going to do is click here and then we create. Here you will see something called path connect. You come to edit mode, press W and then subdivide. Select these two, press Z and Z, and press S Come to exact mode, and then come here and select here full and increase the depth. Right by around 3 centimeter. Press Ctrl A to apply the scale. And then move it here. Come to wireframe mode by holding Z and moving it to wireframe, and then releasing Z. Scale it down. And then what we are going to do is move it here. And here select array, click on -1. And this is X and this is Y and this is Z. So we want to move it in negative of X, so we enter -1. Let's move actually. -1.5. Hey, where did it go? I mean -1.05. That's it, right? Yeah. And now increase the count. Solid. Increase the count. And it didn't fit there, right? So what we're going to do is come to edit mode, and then that's it. And then move it here and come to object mode, and then increase the count, and then come to edit mode, copy and select it half, and then come here, press Z to the of A, and move it. You can see that it looks sharp. So what we can do about it is come here and increase the resolution to about 3. Right, looks a smooth circle. Then now press Shift D, and then you see it's moving up and down, and it came on the roof. So we want to move it only in X or Y axis, but not in Z axis. So press Shift Z. Now we want to come out of the roof, not go down. Okay. So press Z and Shift Z. Rotate Z -90. Shift Z and place it here and decrease the count. If it doesn't fit here correctly, come to edit mode, press C and the press of Y. Because this is in X direction and we want to move it in X direction. So come to object mode and then press Shift D and then Shift Z. Place it here. Rotate Z -90. Oh, not my value. Rotate Z 90. Wait a minute. Rotate Z. Well, we decided it's not working. So now it works. Move it here and then place it part here. Actually not here. Place it here. And decrease the count to 2. And cut here. We want to put it here something. And now what we are going to do is press Shift C, and then we're going to create a plane and then scale it. And here we're going to create a cube and then press SZ. And firstly, scale it down, come to wireframe mode, scale it down, down and down, press SZ, SZ, and a little bit more, take it in here, and make it think in the Y direction as Y. So you can see what I'm doing. Press 3, press Y, a little bit more, and then place it in here. Press, press Alt D, just like that, place it in here. It's like this, and press Shift S, cursor to selected, and then create a plane, and then press S, S, and then press SY, and SY. What we are going to do is rotate it just like that. Put more, and then I'm going to apply a modifier on it, that is simplify modifier. Then press Ctrl A to apply the scale, and Ctrl A to apply the rotation, so that its local axis becomes equal to the global axis. Thickness to about 5 mm. To here, and then add an array modifier and press 0 here. In Z, we have to do it in Z direction, so 1.165, and then increase this to wireframe mode, and then 56. I'm sorry, isn't that too much? Increase the distance. About 1.4, and then decrease the count. Come to solid, and then select this, this, and then press Shift and Alt D, and then move it here. Then press SZ, come to wireframe mode, Control Z, press Z, more, place it here. Like this and this, and move it here. And now select this one and come to edit mode, and then press Ctrl R and move it here. Come to wireframe mode, press Ctrl R and cut here, press Ctrl R, cut here, then press Ctrl R, and then another cut in here. Come solid, like this, press E, press E and then S, then press more, then press E and move it down. Then select, press it, then click Alt and select this, press Shift Alt and select this and this. Shift. Now press B selection and come to object. Press B and then click on selection. Come to object mode, select this one and then come to edit mode. Click on this and while holding Alt, click on like this and move them down and come to object mode. Now like this, come to edit mode, this and this, move it in inward direction in here and then press E Z about 1 meter, E meters about 2 meters, then press E holding Z while holding control and moving in the upward direction about this height and then come to Z mode. And now what we're going to do is select this one, come to edit mode, click here, select this, press Shift D and then enter, press P selection, come to exact mode, and select this, come to edit mode, press Ctrl R, click this, press SZ 0, move it here, like this height, select this, delete faces like this, come to E, press E and move it here, come to object mode, click here, click on cube and scale it. Let's see, we're using the back, move it here, and now what press about this height, and then press SY, move it here, and then come here, press 5 to activate perspective view, and then press Ctrl Alt 0, Ctrl Alt 0, press Z, Y, rotate in the direction of Z, Z in direction of X, rotate of Z and make it correctly. Okay. I think the pool is a little bit small, so come to edit mode, select this and this one, and move them about this side exactly. Here, come to edit mode, come to wireframe mode, press B, select this, and move about this side. Come to solid. And now, in real world, nothing is this sharp as you can see. Everything is very sharp. So what we're going to do is we are going to apply bevel modifier, but for that we are going to press Ctrl A and then apply the scale, so that instead of using the local value for scaling, it will use for measurement actually, it will use the global values. So now I'm going to make it 3 centimeter. can change the language with 3 centimeter and then increase 3 and maybe 1 centimeter and 2 yeah, 1 centimeter and then select this, apply the modifier 1 centimeter on the 3, select this one, this select this one and then select this one, press Ctrl L and then modifier. Here we're gonna add the modifier, bevel modifier, and then change to 3 centimeter. And in 3 centimeter, press Ctrl A by the scale, and then increase the segments to 3. And select another data separate. This one maybe, yeah. Bevel 1 centimeter, segment 3. Yeah. Like this one too. We'll press Ctrl A and then a scale, and then make it 1 centimeter, then 3. That's in this video. Oh, by the way, you have to do this with this one too. Select this one, add bevel 5 mm by 2 segments. Select this, and this. Press Ctrl L, modifiers. Press Ctrl Z, not with this one. Like this and this. Press Ctrl L, add modifiers. Select this one, and this one, and then this one. Press Ctrl L, apply the modifiers. Press Ctrl A and then escape. We can't do this because it's a multi-zero exact. Since the I did better if I don't apply. Okay. Now I think we are done for this part, and we have to just texture it and add some trees here and grass in here. We have to make a stair in here. Wait a minute, I forgot. Select this, press V, press enter. Select this one, and this one. And see, just of Y. Move it here, right this side. And then press 3, come to wireframe mode, press E, and then Z, about 5 centimeter, and then press E, and then in Y direction. Wait a minute, and do it, press E, this of Y, about 15 centimeter, press E, Z about 5 centimeter, and press E, Y about 15 centimeter, press E, meters of Z, 5 centimeter. Let's go Z, E, Z, 5 centimeter. Hey, what happened? E, Z, maybe 5 centimeter. Press E, limit duration of Y, about 15 centimeter. Then press E, Z. Can be solid here. And it's correct. And now, what I'm going to do is add here something, press Shift A, and then add plane, press S, press SY, and move it here. Then S, and place it here. Press here. And that's all. And join me in the next part.